I love you so much.
Nothing is going to ruin us all.
I'll bring this whole thing crashing down. Come on, then!
Nish's final act. EastEnders, New Year's Day at 10 on BBC One and iPlayer.
I'm reinvestigating some of the most dramatic chapters in British history.
Oh, yes, it turns very dark here.
Get closer to the truth. Lucy Worsley Investigates. Starts Friday, 3rd of January on BBC Two and iPlayer.
I really love you, Marianne. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm seeing someone.
Oh, how long?
A couple months. I've heard you're a bit of a nosy Parker. You know what happens to nosy Parkers, don't you? Femi, are you for real right now? You will never be one of them.
Box sets to stay in for. Watch now on BBC iPlayer.
Put on a smile, watch something lovely. Have a good laugh from your heart and from your soul. Gather round to play. CBB's way. Everybody's welcome. So come and join the CBB's family. Everybody's welcome. Yeah, there's room for everyone.
Everyone's welcome. Watch now on CBBS and BBC iPlayer.
This sofa's mine, and I'm not moving for anyone. How you doing? This is BBC One. It's Duncan with you live. Wallace and Gromit face a close shave at 10:25, but first, the trolls are all over the place.
It's a magical time of year. And you know what that means?
It's the CBBS Panto, Beauty and the Beast.
You can sing along, dance,
I love it!
and join in with all the festive fun.
With lots of your favourite CBBS friends.
I'm a really big fan. Thanks so much.
So join us for the CBBS Panto, Beauty and the Beast.
Celebrate the magic of Christmas on CBBS and BBC iPlayer.
3, 2, 1.
Ready for a little fun?
You're gonna love this.
Yes!
Cheers, me old pal.
Fun for all the family this Christmas on BBC iPlayer.
Lock yourself away with a true crime podcast. Intrigue to catch a scorpion.
He's a smuggler on the most wanted lists of crime agencies across Europe.
Dead man running.
Police no longer looking for a missing person. They're now searching for a wanted man.
Gangster catching the kingpins.
27 years of reporting. This is the most shocking sequence of events I've ever heard.
The best of 24 is here on BBC Sounds.
Christmas
In a time hotel.
Yes, Christmas everywhere all at once.
Ham and cheese toasty and a pumpkin latte.
Who are you?
Wrong room.
Hello.
What?
Who are you then?
Joy, what is going on?
We are on a top secret mission. How do I get to be you? You will find out.
Doctor Who Christmas Special. Press red to watch now on BBC iPlayer.
Why, hey! Ha-ha!
Well, how we love seeing them on Christmas Day. Now, when it comes to Wallace and Gromit's adventures with sheep, this is a sheer delight. Solving the mystery of their missing dads. Join the Primrose Railway Children on BBC iPlayer. And turn the volume up and you may drone out my singing. It's The Sound of Music at 3:45.
The new series of The Traitors starts New Year's Day at 8 on BBC One and iPlayer.
Brand new series of Gladiators starts January 2025 on BBC One and iPlayer.
A new decade brings change to Poplar.
I'm your midwife. The more you tell me, the more I can help you. It was everything. Everything this job is meant to be.
The new series of Call the Midwife, due Sunday the 5th of January on BBC One and iPlayer.
On today's Football Focus, we start the Premier League's MVP conversation. Who gets your vote? Plus, we hear from the Fulham teammates who are also best friends. We catch up on the latest festive fixtures. We check in with Tony Mowbray. And in our 50th year, our Alex meets the show's original presenter, Bob Wilson. Join us, BBC One, at midday.
Well, lots to celebrate and to eat. Now on BBC One, it's Good Morning to Matt Tebbett.
Good morning.
A new decade brings change to Poplar.
I'm your midwife. The more you tell me, the more I can help you. It was everything. Everything this job is meant to be.
The new series of Call the Midwife, due Sunday the 5th of January on BBC One and iPlayer.
It might be over.
I'm a mess, Ness.
I'm fine.
My life's falling apart, Pam.
But there's no reason to cry, because you can relive it all now on BBC iPlayer.
Great news. Oh, I news.
You'll even find Christmas Day's lush finale as it goes.
Is that true? Sounds right.
Tidy. Baba Ganoush, Gavin and Stacey. Press red for all episodes on BBC iPlayer.
I love you so much.
Nothing is going to ruin today.
I'll bring this whole thing crashing down. Come on, man.
Nish's final act, EastEnders, New Year's Day at 10 on BBC One and iPlayer.
pause for a cuppa and a sit down. It's film time with an ideal husband.
You look amazing.
I love a good wedding.
Have you been dating?
Oh, a couple of dates a few months ago. Archie, mysterious lawyer.
We may have looked at his socials.
Seriously, Hannah, what's holding you back?
Scared of being alone. I'm scared of being with someone.
But isn't anything worth doing terrifying?
Another toast to that.
The Split, Barcelona. Starts tonight at 9 on BBC One and iPlayer.
It's lovely being Savannah Packets at Christmas.
Yeah, it's lovely. Come on, let's do something festive.
What? Idiots.
Put me down! Why do you always do this?
Would you like a night down?
Oh, God, yes.
I've missed this.
Outnumbered. Christmas special. Watch now on BBC iPlayer.
Welcome to Sunday Afternoon on BBC Two. Christie with you here, not to be confused with writing legend Agatha Christie, who is doing most of the work this afternoon. We've got the mirror cracked at 2:45 after witness for the prosecution.
Chag Sameach.
Christmas has officially begun.
It's Christmas!
I feel like I'm at the greatest Christmas party of all time.
Make it a special one. This Christmas on BBC iPlayer.
I really love you, Marianne. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm seeing someone.
Oh, how long?
A couple months. I've heard you're a bit of a nosy Parker. You know what happens to nosy Parkers, don't you? Femi, are you for real right now? You will never be one of them.
Box sets to stay in for. Watch now on BBC iPlayer.
I love you so much.
Nothing is going to ruin today.
I'll bring this whole thing crashing down. Come on, man.
Nish's final act, EastEnders, New Year's Day at 10 on BBC One and iPlayer.
Have you heard of the Ink Black Heart? One of the fans is stalking me online. They use the name Anime.
Find out who Anime is. He's the creator of the game.
She's been murdered.
What's she saying?
You've been warned.
Enemy knows we're closing in.
I don't want to lose you.
I'll sort myself out. You need to get out of there.
Strike the Ink Black Heart. Press red to watch now on BBC iPlayer.
We are doing the meeting scene, which is when Gavin first meets Stacey.
From the first date to the final take, this is the story behind one of television's most loved series.
The idea that it would become this 20-year-long journey, I think that's something to really be proud of.
We gave up on it at one point. It's extraordinary how close we were.
Gavin and Stacey, A Fond Farewell. New Year's Day at 7 on BBC One and iPlayer.
Now, on BBC One, the latest football news and an old friend.
You know that time between Christmas and New Year when you lose track of what day it is and who presents which BBC football show? Do not adjust your set. Yes, it's Sunday, not Saturday.
series of Gladiators starts January 2025 on BBC One and iPlayer.
What? Where did you get a gun from?
Don't worry, I'm gonna bring Jack Hammerstone back to him. You need to rest. Don't think about the gun, just act like it's any other day.
The Young Offenders Christmas Special. Watch now on BBC iPlayer.
The European campaign is going to make Africa look like a tea party.
I'm Lieutenant Colonel Bill Sterling.
I like your boots, Bill.
We'll be fighting beside some of the best and most courageous soldiers on Earth. The famous SAS. My brother was the midwife of this regiment. I refuse to be its coroner.
The new series of SAS Rogue Heroes starts New Year's Day at 9 on BBC One and iPlayer.
The lunchtime news now on BBC One with Ben Brown.
Hello there. The weather over Christmas was very quiet. The weather over New Year is going to be very different. And things are starting to change today. We're seeing less mist and fog. That was trapped under high pressure recently, but that's getting squeezed away as the breeze picks up from the north, and in northern Scotland that weather front is bringing with it some rain. With some brighter skies for much of England and Wales, temperatures will be a little bit higher this afternoon, though it's a bit of a struggle to shift the misty low cloud in the southeast of England. Overnight, variable cloud for England and Wales, and also Northern Ireland and southern Scotland. It should stay dry. Northern Scotland, though, getting wetter overnight, and as we hit colder air in the far north, there'll be some snow for Caithness and Sutherland. Further south, those temperatures dropping away to 5 or 6 degrees. On Monday and into Tuesday, there may well be some travel disruption for central and northern parts of Scotland, with some spells of heavy rain, the risk of snow, and that could lead to some flooding as well. We start on Monday wet in Scotland. The worst of the wet weather moves away, and we'll see some rain heading down to southern Scotland, Northern Ireland, the far north of England. It could be gusty over the northern Pennines, some stronger winds further south, breaking up the cloud now and again and lifting temperatures generally into double figures. But it is colder air in northern Scotland, although it should turn drier here during the afternoon. And then we've got another area of low pressure that's going to be hitting the same part of the country as we head into New Year's Eve. So some more heavy rain to come in Scotland. Again, the worst of that should tend to clear as the rain moves further south into England and Wales, taking some heavy rain into Wales. Windier day, particularly windy across these areas. And we may well see some snow returning into the far north of Scotland, where it's still colder air here. Otherwise, mild for New Year's Eve, temperatures 11 or 12 degrees. But things could take a turn for the worse for New Year's Day, because the next area of low pressure is a bit deeper, it's tracking across more of the country, and is likely to bring more widespread disruption on Wednesday. And that's because we've got some wet and windy weather, but further north some heavy snow as well. Now, the strongest winds, I think, for New Year's Day are going to be across England and Wales. Widely 50-60 mile an hour gusts, stronger gusts around these hills and coasts in the south and west. And some heavier rain in Wales, again, a couple of inches of rain likely to bring some flooding. Further north, where it's colder for Northern Ireland, much of Scotland, and increasingly for Northern England, there'll be some heavy snow, particularly over the hills, with some blizzards and drifting. Here across northern parts of the UK, it's colder air on Wednesday. Further south, the last of the mild air. And this nasty weather could continue into Wednesday night before the area of low pressure then pulls away. And then we draw in our air all the way from the Arctic. That's going to push across the whole of the country. That weather front still sitting through the Channel, bringing some rain, a hangback of cloud in the far south of England. Otherwise, lots of sunshine, but a northerly wind bringing wintry showers to northern Scotland and also northeastern parts of England. Now, many other areas will be dry, but it's going to feel colder everywhere, struggling to get much above freezing in Scotland and a high of 6 degrees in the south. And with clearer skies overnight as we head into Friday morning, and we're going to start with a widespread frost. Temperatures in Scotland could be as low as -9 Celsius, and this cold and wintry weather continues into next weekend.
Oh dear. Well, follow today's live sport. In rugby, Exeter Chiefs play Gloucester from 5 to 3. And in the NFL, it's Green Bay Packers at Minnesota Vikings. That's tonight from 9. Listen to both on BBC Sounds.
Lock yourself away with the True Crime Podcast. Intrigue to catch a scorpion.
He's a smuggler on the most wanted lists of crime agencies across Europe.
Dead man running.
Police no longer looking for a missing person. They're now searching for a wanted man.
Gangster catching the kingpins.
27 years of reporting. This is the most shocking sequence of events I've ever heard.
The Best of 24 is here on BBC Sounds.
Outside the West Wallaby Street house of the evil inventor, Mr. Wallace.
Evil?
We have a warrant to search your premises.
There's clearly been a mistake. Come along, Norbot, lad. We've got work to do.
Gromit! Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul. Watch on BBC iPlayer.
Couldn't we all do with a bit of fresh air? We're house hunting in Cumbria. Escape to the country in 35 minutes after we celebrate a year in hymns.